A top UN official said Friday that hard-hit northern Gaza was now in full-blown famine, after more than 6 months of Israeli aggression and severe restrictions on food deliveries to the Palestinian territory. The U.S. director of the UN World Food Program is now the most prominent international official so far to declare that trapped civilians in the most cut-off part of Gaza had gone over the brink into famine, which was now moving south. The director said a ceasefire and a greatly increased flow of aid through land and sea routes was essential to confronting the growing humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, home to 2.3 million people. Since March, northern Gaza had not received anything like the aid needed to stave off famine. The U.S. aid official said on-the-ground preparations for a new U.S.-led sea route were on track to bring in more food, including treatment for hundreds of thousands of starving children by early or mid-May. Despite the PR, the United States is still continuing to provide Israel with billions of dollars in military aid. In Gaza, the nutritional treatment for starving children is most urgently needed in the northern part of the Palestinian territory. Civilians have been cut off from most aid supplies, bombarded by Israeli airstrikes, and driven into hiding by fighting. Acute malnutrition rates among children under 5 have surged from 1% before the war to 30% 5 months later, the fastest such climb in hunger in recent history, more than in grave conflicts and food shortages in Somalia or South Sudan. One of the few medical facilities still operating in northern Gaza is besieged by parents bringing in thousands of children with malnutrition for treatment. Aid officials believe many more starving children remain unseen and in need, with families unable to bring them through fighting and checkpoints for care.